Well, let's get more on this. Tom Bason is Assistant Professor in Sports Management at Coventry University. Tom, welcome back to the programme. So we're seeing these empty seats yesterday. Is it all about the prices or was something else going on?
Good evening. I think the price is an important factor. FIFA have priced tickets way in excess of what we'd normally see at a football tournament. But it's not just price. I don't think FIFA are very happy with the processes by which FIFA have sold the tickets. Some of them have paid a fortune for Category 1 tickets, only to end up in areas at the stage of that great views. And on top of that, you have the logistics of fans travelling long distances, increased costs, and the difficulty of obtaining a visa to get to the World Cup, which we haven't seen in previous instances.
How damaging could this be to FIFA's brand?
I think the big damage is from a reputational perspective. Commercially, they've still sold a lot of tickets, so I don't think that'll be an issue. But FIFA wants football to be the world's game. Their whole brand is that everyone wants to watch and be at the World Cup. So I think there's a bit of a credibility gap opening between Infantino spending months saying that the demand is there, and then what we've seen so far and the tickets that remain on sale.
We saw similar scenes at the Club World Cup last year, another tournament run by FIFA that happened in America. Do you think they didn't learn from that?
Yeah, no, it doesn't look like it. My hunch is that FIFA thought they could explain away the ticketing issues at the Club World Cup. It was the first edition. It's not a tournament that has a huge amount of prestige yet. I think that FIFA probably thought that the prestige of the World Cup would mean that they could have exactly the same processes and get a very different result, that people would want to buy tickets for the World Cup in the way that they haven't for the World Club Cup. But that doesn't seem to have been the case, really.
This is the biggest ever World Cup. There's 48 teams. There's obviously a lot more group stage games than usual. Could it be that factor as well, that maybe people are just waiting for those later matches, hoping it's going to involve the bigger teams?
Yeah, I think this is important. The World Cup's 104 games long. The expansion to 48 teams means there's a lot more less glamorous teams. It's a lot easier to qualify at the group stages. That means that in the group stages, there's a lot more matches with less interest. I reckon that as the teams start to get whittled down, we'll see fewer seats being available. But FIFA knew they had this format when they set the prices and when they set their pricing strategy. This is very much a mess of their own making.
Tom, we spoke before about FIFA slashing the cost of broadcast rights in certain regions. Now we've got this issue with the tickets. Is it that perhaps people are falling out of love with football in its current format?
I don't think that's quite the case. I think the issues with the broadcasting in China and India were largely that they were countries that didn't qualify, that faced significant challenges when it comes to the time difference. I think beyond those specific contexts, I don't think we're seeing a massive drop-off in attention in other countries. But I think what we are definitely seeing is more criticism of FIFA. And I think we're seeing real concerns that international sport is now becoming as commercialised as domestic sports.
What are you expecting from this World Cup?
Well, I'd like England to do well. I think it's very interesting that we have a country that, well, three countries, but one main country that's hosting this World Cup that doesn't really need the World Cup in the way the previous hosts have. I think it's interesting that we have a country that previously thinks it was liked by everyone, but could actually see this World Cup leading to America's reputation falling in a way that we haven't seen with previous hosts before. It's a very interesting one for me to be looking at from an academic point of view.
Yeah, we'll be keeping across it. Thanks, Tom. Tom Bason, Assistant Professor in Sports Management at Coventry University. And more games coming up. We'll be keeping across them. Sally, back to you.
Thanks so much, Siobhan.